Hello everyone, I'm Grandmaster Mon Hambleton and welcome back to Building Habits. In this series, I'm going to teach you some fundamental habits to improve your chess game instantly. Starting as if I'm a complete beginner, I'm going to climb up the ranks using only these simple habits. However, to keep it realistic, I have to follow a strict set of rules to simulate what it's like playing at each level. Remember, the goal is not to win every single game, but to teach you fundamental, high percentage moves that are correct most of the time. As my rating rises, the habits will become more advanced and the limitations will start to fall off naturally.
In level 4, we want to focus on more specific concepts like knight versus bishop, how to play against weak pawns, and how to take advantage of weak squares. Try to avoid trading when you're down material, and most importantly, make sure you master all checkmating patterns.
Now, let's get into the chess and learn how to build good habits together. All right, I'm liking the e4. Sicilian, you guys know we like to hit the c3 button. Easy rule. Just d5. Just d5. You don't have to know why. You can just do it. Castle, h3. Kind of a peculiar move there. Queen b6. I'm wondering what that one's all about. Normally, I would say it's an achievement if you can ever check the king, right? Bishop b5, and then the king has to move. So immediately I'm like, why did he just offer us that? But maybe he wants to go here anyway? I'm not really sure, but maybe we can do it next move as well. This guy's moves are confusing me. Okay, brings the knight out. Overanalyzing. I agree. Castles. Rook to the middle. Okay, well, he's attacking something. We can develop and defend it. We can also play like bishop, maybe to e3 next. Can we make a whole bunch of trades? I'm all for it. Definitely going to take that pawn. Can't sneak by me. And this is not that difficult. At least we can all end up here pretty comfortably. Okay. RPM in the middle. Ooh, it looks like there's definitely going to be some trades to be had here. There's one of them. Opponent is going to offer us 2 rooks for the queen. And we have a pass pawn that's about to become a queen. Surely he's too kind. What the hell? Queen here. I see the vision. Look, buddy's hitting my rook, but I mean, is anything really more important than getting a queen on the board? I don't know. Anyone? Bishop f1, right? We could even go here and we're still ahead at the end. Obviously, we don't mind losing a rook because we're getting a whole queen. But in this case, we have the queen pinned as well. That hurts just even more. Okay. And our king is pretty safe here, right? I don't know what's gonna happen to it. Nothing bad, I think. Check. 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 Okay. Well, was good while it lasted there. What can we do? I trust all of you upper rook here. I trust all of you. You have the habits to guide you. Yep, I would bet the house on everyone here to win with white. And look at how safe this is. Oh my goodness. Queen needs to move again. So we have the same position, but there's no pawn now. Is this really what we did? We did all of this just to have the same position with no pawn? Jeez Louise, man. Got a pin. Let's attack the pinned piece. And he saw enough. I don't blame him. But this can't, I mean, we just traded pieces in the middle. Traded. The guy offered us 2 rooks for the queen. And then we pushed a pawn and we knew we were going to make another queen. I mean, this game was not too difficult because it wasn't just about finding the moves. It was that the moves we needed to find were almost forced. The trades in the middle, easiest moves to make. He just didn't take our pawn back, so he played here. And we know about 2 rooks for the queen. Not bad. Okay. This guy, are you kidding me? This guy's coming at us with the pool selfie? Holy fuck. This could be yoked Nando. It could be him. He's all grown up now. Uh-oh. Bishop out. Knight out. We want a castle, but first, don't want to deal with that. And we've seen this before. Double my pawns, I don't want to double yours. Well, I think we can do it, can't we? We can go pawn into the center. Whenever we can, we do. Rook into the middle. Bishop needs to develop hitting the center. There we go. And there we go. Okay. Don't mind that. We took right away. Knight back where it came from. Usually nice and safe. I'm going to get our queen up and rook over. Otherwise, we might have an exchange that happens here, but no. He's going to make a threat, but it's very easy for us to deal with here. Comes over with the rook. Let's do the same. Let's do the same. Take. What's happening? Okay. We take those. This we get the rook over. That feels like it makes some sense. He brings the queen back. A little bit odd. What can we do here? The knight can't really... Neither knight can jump into the middle of the board. Like, double the rooks. Sometimes it's not nice to have the queen in front. In this case, my queen is kind of stuck anyway. Not really sure what we're doing with this move, but need something on the board, so let's go. Knight h2.
Not so sure about this one either. Could we get involved here? Anything for me down here? Just hunting around. You got any morsels for me down here? Looks like no. I'm gonna keep this defended. You can double up. Okay. This will trade that. The queen having to stay on that f7 pawn is quite annoying. Don't really have a move with the rook either. Could kind of get out of the pin, but I'm not loving that. Bishop d5. Knight here is also not playable. This is kind of uncomfortable. Dude. What do we do here? Move my knight, like, so that I can try to kick this bishop out. Goes pawn here. Okay. Just win the bishop. Just win the bishop. Thought for a second we weren't winning the bishop, but we're winning the bishop, of course. Pawn there. No problem. I'll just be taking that from you there, bud. Oh, okay. Donating a pawn to the cause. That's fine. All good. We appreciate you. Okay. RPM in the middle. Goes here. Man, this knight, it has to be the worst knight in the history of knights. Look at this thing. Can't even move. I mean, it's on the board, so I'd rather have it there than not at all, but get a square for ourselves here. And okay, this knight needs to play some chess. It's not playing chess right now, and I would like it to. Oh my god, dude. Okay, finally we can move the knight. Okay, guard the queens. Finally we can. Okay, let's finally move the knight. Thank you. Okay, look, whatever happens from now on, it's all good. You know, we move the knight. I will be moving the knight again. Yep. And you gotta be kidding me. Queen captures f6. What? Where do you even come up with this move? Where do you find moves like this? Who plays like this? It means that of the 1700s in the chat right now, some of you guys also play the same way. Don't try to pretend that you don't, because there's no way this is the only 1700 that does this. It means we've got people in chat that do the same thing. Yeah, don't pretend it's not you all of a sudden. Now we know there are people among us that do the same thing. Well, B Torres V, definitely a guy, quite literally, you don't want to run into in the pool. This is a bully right here. This is a bully. Let's match that. We have the
bishop f4. In the past, we've been playing this, and what have we been doing? We've been playing that move. But again, we've talked about how that knight is not really how we'd like it to look. So instead we're going here, and on that one, we're just going to support the pawn. We're not interested in taking, for example. We already have the bishop out, and the very provocative move, queen b3, hitting the b7 pawn. Well, I'm not really interested in playing knight c6. We know that. I'd like the knight to go here, but we have a problem. I got a pawn that's hanging. So how can I defend it and still maintain the integrity? Knight here. Yeah, just hangs the pawn. b6 is perfectly fine, but b6, remember, I want to play c6. So b6 not really, it's not really a move I'd like to do. It might be the move that we need to do, but I'm certainly not happy with it. b6, I would not mind b6 if maybe the bishop could go there, but like b6 looks like it's going to be weakening everything. So I would say on a move like this, for the most part, queen c8 comes to mind because it's a way that everything can still get where it's supposed to go. Like this pawn. And yeah, just got to hope that this is going to be enough here. Here. Right? This is our setup as we know it. And we want a castle. If our pawn was on b6, that pawn would be very weak. So I'm doing my best to try to keep the pawns like this. Okay. Sure, we'll take that, no problem. Knight's got to move. Wow, into the center. Oof. Man, brutal. I was gonna castle, but we just get hit with this. I was gonna play queen d8, but this guy's hanging as well, so guess we gotta play queen here. This is a tough position for us, guys. It's always annoying when you have to win the game. Man. Tough one, eh? Real brutal. I hate it when I fall for that little trick right there. Gosh darn it. We survive. Never happens in your games. I can't imagine why. Nice little 13 move win there against the 1700, and we're on to the next one. Into the middle. Ooh, we have the Sicilian. I think we know exactly what we're going for. Yes, c3. And we do want to play pawn to d4. Even if we see that. Okay. So bishop c5. I think I see what he's intending. He's intending for me to take him and maybe for him to fix his pawns. Okay, fix it a different way than I expected. This is fine. We can snork up, rook to the middle, bishop out. Oh, we have a exchange here. Okay, what can we do? We need maybe queen. Well, I was gonna say bishop here, but we can never play bishop there. So maybe bishop here, then the queen up. I want to hit the center somehow. Bring the rooks in. Okay, well, we'll go for the skewer there, courtesy of our opponent. Just going for a big think here. So this is what I mean. At 1700, like we're not even doing the math
from level 1 habits. So he was going to lose 5 points and he was going to get 3 points. Deficit of 2. Instead, he's going to lose 3 points and he's going to get anything? No? Okay. Well, let's move the king to the side. Just fucking fell for this, man. Dude, I was just there. Like, we just went over this. Oh, not again. I was just there. You don't remember me? It's crazy. The memory of a goldfish, this one. We go here, it's a clear problem. And a couple moves later, it's like the guy has no memory of it. Well, the old red dot coming in handy once again, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're against deck C10. C4, interesting. Haven't seen this one in a while. Always got to start with a pawn move. Knight out. I'm going to be bringing the other knight out as well. G3. Okay. D6. We can still play the pawn out as well. Snorked up. We've seen this before. It's time for the old escape square. The old queenside snork. Yes, here. Okay, D4. Bishop back, I guess. We're not able to do anything else so far. Brings the bishop out. Feel like we just want to complete this stuff. Knight to F4. I mean, bishop's being hit. It's not a great feeling. How can we save it? Gotta be here. I definitely want to be conscious of the fact that we've got the bishop there and, well, probably undo it. So let's see if we can do that immediately. We have a knight move into the center. Just doesn't feel good to have your escape square blocked. So we'll see if it's something we can get rid of, but no, opponent is playing knight into d5, which is, he made the threat on our bishop here. Now he's threatening the bishop there. Like, I feel like I'm getting pushed around here. Very smart to not trade with us when we so desperately needed it. Oof. Queen out, another scary looking move, but the only saving grace with this one is, can we take this pawn? Like, are we allowed? It is a pawn in the middle. Yep, I'm not a fan of it either, guys. Clog Snork is not what I'm about. That's not what we stand for. Okay, so we're definitely going to take. Now here is a different question. What will he play here? Probably he's going to bring something into the middle. Rook d1? No. Wow. That is definitely an unorthodox move. Queen b3. Yeah, strange. There's definitely lots of pawns to be taken. There's like pins to be had. I'm trying to think what makes the most sense here. Even trades on the E file look pretty good. So question is just which one do we go for? I don't know. Everything looks good. I do think that kicking out the knight in the middle looks promising. There's no other threats at the moment. Like this is covered, that's not threatened. And even if you consider this as a threat, c6 stops it. So all around c6 looks like a pretty good move, and it's going to get me a lot of trades, right? Every single trade. And at the end, we can put the bishop in the middle and pin the knight. So that, I don't know what just happened there, but that felt like a winning sequence. We traded 2 sets of pieces, pinned the knight. I mean, that was just, couldn't have worked out better. And the guy just resigns. Like, my God, we're getting all crazy resigns. I mean, it's always in positions where they're lost. So it's not that, I take it back. It's not always in positions where they're lost. We've had opponents resign at 16, 1700 so far. They've resigned in drawn positions. So I take it back. Definitely not true. But how can you justify it? Truly. We've seen what our opponents are capable of here. I could never resign. Never. 1751. We'll take that. We're up to 1750 now. Another milestone for habitual.
E4, E5. Okay, we bring the knight out to match. Wait and see what opening he's going to go for. He's going to play bishop to B5. And, okay, so he does take, which means, yeah, we will actually see pawn takes this way. Probably one of the only times that we really see, see us capturing away from the center, because, yeah, we almost always want to capture towards, but this is a case where we're opening up a lot of pieces and it's much more beneficial than this, which doesn't really accomplish that. So he does take on E5. Yes, we can take on E4, but there's going to be a few things even better than taking on E4. One of them is moving the queen into the middle of the board. We're going to take this pawn. He's going to have to move his knight somewhere, and we can play F4, I guess. But regardless, we get to take this with a check. And what? Either he blocks with the queen or he moves his king. Both look like pretty nice options for us. So we take this. And yeah, I mean, he's moved his king. Are we really that upset about this? Let's get our bishop out. I'm pretty happy here. Got to move our queen. I mean, I look at the center. Moving the queen back makes sense. And just castle. That's all we're trying to do here. Okay. Now he wants to trade. He could have just traded earlier. I don't know why there was a hold up there. Okay. Bring the rook to the middle. What is this guy doing, you know? Aren't his moves a little bit strange here? Let's snork up. Okay, goes like that. Let's bring the bishop and bring the rook to the middle. Okay, feel that we can be pretty happy with how things have gone. Get some RPMs here, maybe double the rooks in the middle. Okay. This guy's moving the same pieces like 10 times. Holy smokes. This guy's moved the same piece like 100 times. Relax there. He's hitting our knight. Let's move into the center. Oh my God, another move with the same piece. Okay, well, just gonna keep moving pawns. Yeah, this I don't really mind. I think we can just keep going. Okay, we'll undouble our pawns there. This is one of the weirdest games ever. It feels like we can just do whatever we want, and he won't do anything to stop it. We're just pushing. Pushing everything. Oh my God. I can't believe King E2, he's walking right into this. What is this guy thinking? All right, well, I don't really know if there's a good move here, but this is something. Maybe we can double the pawns. Such a weird move. Now, after we take this, we are maybe going to enter knight against bishop, right? So we need to be ready for that. It goes back. Now we'll just make our trades here. And because it is an endgame, can start to bring the piece in. And obviously another trade would be nice. Now, this is an example where the pawns are not necessarily arranged in a way that makes a lot of sense here, right? We have a lot of pawns on dark squares. They're not stuck there necessarily, but they could be. And he has the dark squared bishop. So as white, I would be interested in moves like on light squares. For me, I also want to get my pawns on light squares because he has a dark squared bishop. Now, the most important thing is definitely that we want to trade. And we'll get to do that here. King e2, and we get to showcase a nice idea rather than undoubling his pawns, which we would never consider. We make sure to not only put a pawn on a light square, check mark, but also trade the rooks without undoubling his pawns, check mark. But from here is important. How many pawns can we start to get on light squares? Let's see. So first of all, a nice move from our opponent. It is on light square. You know, less or worse understanding, maybe he would play a3, for example. So we do have to deal with this. We got to move our knight, or we have to take. I think both look fine. Our pawn structure is pretty solid, so I think I'll move the knight. Not really sure where to put this thing, so I guess we'll just go here. That's fine. Notice how he's putting one of our pawns on dark squares. It's good for his bishop. And immediately he goes to target it. Let's defend while we bring our king up. I want to make sure we don't have too many pawns on dark squares, although some you just can't do anything about here. Let's keep bringing the king. Okay, goes here. I mean, yeah, we can push, we can take. It's kind of the same. All right, now let's think here. Move the knight. One thing we have is we have a pawn that if we attack it, it will just be a free pawn. So if we ever get here, that's a way to maybe win a pawn. I'm gonna put my pawns on light squares here, so they can never be touched. That feels pretty good. Okay, he's got pawns on dark squares, no problem. We have a journey to make. Can we actually get there? I don't know. Let's get another pawn off a dark square. I don't mind even trading with him. No, can do that. All right, very even here. I have basically, probably one idea there that we can try. And if it doesn't work out, we can try some other plans. This is a pawn on a dark square, so maybe a target for us as well. And we have one weakness. Like if he puts his bishop here, we have to defend that. But that's it. Okay, so let's say we defend it. There's not much happening here, right? He's going to be one square away from defending that pawn at all times, and it looks like a pretty fair draw. So yeah, he's got that covered. Not much can happen here. Any other ideas? I mean, I could attack this, but that's, that's one idea. I think he's going to be able to stop that as well. So you're not seeing a good way to break through here. And the fact that these are on dark squares means I can never like fully commit my pieces over here because I'm worried about losing these pawns. So yeah, I don't really see anything that we can do here, guys. And obviously we are low on time, so draw is not the worst result. Okay, that pawn, again, we can't target it, so sadly. So he's not threatening to take anything right now, so we can pre-move. Feel pretty safe doing this. But if his bishop was somewhere like, I don't know, e1, I would have to be a little careful because then he could take b4 at some moment, you know? So here's a good example where I wouldn't pre-move because he could take that. Okay. He is going to trap his own bishop, which is... I can't do anything about that, buddy. Okay, can we get our... Let's get our king here. It's not going to be an easy position. Okay. This guy's funny. Okay. Oh my god. We have this stupid knight in the way. Okay. Get this knight the hell... Dude. Forget this knight. This knight's extremely annoying. Okay. Now back to our beautiful pattern. Just the same pattern. It's the same habits pattern. It's the same one we know and love. This is what I've been trying to tell you guys. It's all reliable. Look, we got our queen to the magic square, but unfortunately the king was not where it needed to be, so okay, we had to try this magic square. And hey, the king was where it needed to be, but we needed a waiting move. Then we knew the king was going here, so we knew we could pre-move that. And then the king replaces the queen and the queen delivers mate. It's just like we've been practicing. It seems unattainable, but it's something we've discussed ahead of time. I've shown you the pattern. It's not like I'm doing anything with this pattern that you can't do. The knight was probably the most annoying thing. Getting the knight the hell out of there. First of all, credit to him for not taking the knight. That was very smart. You guys should probably operate the same way. Now we just went for our pattern and, you know, had the guy played king here and we checked and he went king there, we probably wouldn't have got our mate. There's just no time. But trying this pattern at least gave us a chance to do it. And we're able to get a nice checkmate there. This was a tough endgame, but you could tell that the guy was ready to lose and win. He was willing to lose in order to win. A nice simple checkmate for everybody. Okay. Pawn into the center. We'll wait and see what opening we're going to get here. E5 makes it easy to play our next couple moves. Knights are out. And 4 knights, yeah, I'm usually playing D4. Takes. I think we've seen this before, haven't we? Take, bishop, castle. Well, we'll take that. Okay, c6. We can get our bishop out. Can snork up here. Yeah, we've played this position before, and I swear it was like not that comfortable somehow. Rook here, and mainly because putting my rook here results in a nasty pin. I think this is one of the reasons why I found it so uncomfortable. Let's play this and see what the guy does. But yeah, honestly, after this, it's like we're kind of lost for a move. So I'm happy to see that this was played instead. That's good. We can continue with some normal stuff. Just bring all the pieces in. Okay. Okay, well, this one we can actually just unleash just a cute little tactic here. Oh no. He's going to walk into another tactic right after. The back-to-back. That's truly unfortunate. That's truly unfortunate. Damn. All right. Well, now we've regrouped. We have regrouped. Queen c5. Man, it feels like there's pawns hanging everywhere here. More RPMs. We can double the rooks on the E file as well. Queen trade, please. Okay, no queen trade. I think we're back to doubling the rooks. It is defended, so I think we're okay for now. Not the easiest position to play. Maybe we can do this. At least we get a pass pawn there. Oh, he's offering a trade. Yeah, sure. Why the heck not? Okay, what's going on here? There's a couple... I mean, obviously I'm happy with the trade, but there's a couple moves that need some attention here. Got to keep defending this and take care of that move. Don't want to get forked. It's also the end game, so at some point we can start to bring our king in. Okay, he attacks us. Let's go into the center. Take this one. And, well, this is going to be nice because we can keep offering him to trade. Unfortunately for our opponent, he's gone the whole game without snarking up, so we have to punish him for that, surely. Yeah. All right, well, he finally does, but it's the end game. I'm assuming if we bring our king in, coupled with pushing a pass pawn, that, this has to be, okay, well, we're attacked. Let's push, I guess. I feel like this has to be a pretty good position. Okay, let's save our pawn. Goes here. I guess we can keep pushing. Let's see. I guess continue to bring our king up. I was gonna say, let's keep pushing. Okay, we're in the center. We'd love to keep pushing, but we can't right now. So 3 squares are all covered. Let's get some RPMs going. Okay, nice and safe. You'll notice that because I'm playing against the bishop, I'm generally following the same principles as if I had a knight, right? Like in general, everything wants to be opposite color of the bishop because it's nice and safe like that. Bishop here, what can we do? So we have our king and rook like this, but I wonder, so if I attack this, what's he? Okay, he's gonna defend it. Gotta attack something. Wow, and he resigns. Early if you ask me, but obviously you can find some understanding. Still, I think it's far too early. We'll take the win there. We hit a nice tactic early on. Opponent didn't play h6 the entire game. Even including that at any point in the last 10 moves would have made the game very difficult. I'll admit, this one's pretty nice. But at the end of the day, it really just is a tactic based on a pin there, but not easy to spot from this moment. So a nice one there. And then this one is actually really easy because we have to move the bishop anyway. So the likelihood that I would just play here to attack the queen, even if the rook was like that, is very high. So the fact that the rook's behind just makes it even better. There's a common thing that circlers do. They get inspired. They're like, oh, I feel inspired. I can jump in the pool and do it myself. Lose 100 ELO. Okay, we'll match in the center. The knight comes out and we see this opening that we've gotten pretty used to, I would say. Bring our knight out now. We're not scared of knight g5 because we have this, and let's snork up to prevent that. Castle. And this looks pretty reasonable, doesn't it? Knight d2. Now we can go here, but with the knight there, I'm not feeling great about that. So I think I'll just play bishop e6 and okay, what's happening here? Kind of a weird move there. What could he be up to? Knight back. Rook into the middle. Take that. I guess we're getting hit with this. Yeah, it feels like I kind of want to like tuck this bishop away so it doesn't keep getting hit like this. Because imagine the bishop was already moved. We could just play d5 like normal. So I guess here we can hit the rook. Oh. Guess I understand this a little bit. Well, we're going to lose a piece here, so what's the maximum we can get for it? Probably these two pawns in the middle of the board. And what might be even better is also getting a queen trade as well. So let's go ahead and do that. I think we're worse. I would rather play white's position here, but I wouldn't say it's obvious. Nice move. Bring the pieces to the middle. Okay, yeah, I don't mind a trade there. Maybe we can push the center pawn as far as it'll go. I want d4. We have a safe king. I would say white's king. Need to be a little concerned. Okay, I'm pushing. I'm pushing. You can't stop me. Holy hell. Okay. I'm pushing again. Man, this guy really let my pawn get all the way down and he's gonna say, ah, no problem. Yeah, it's all covered. Jeez. Yeah, the opponent here he's not snorked up. We know this for a fact. I don't know if we have any genius ideas here. It feels like everything is just hanging on by a thread, you know? Like if we could get our rook down here, this would be the end of the game. But the knight is there. So knight into the middle looks like a pretty good move. Yeah, definitely this makes sense. Because we've been eyeballing rook here the entire time. The guy doesn't have that pawn. If he had just played h3, this entire game would be different, right? But punishing the guys that don't have that escape square feels good, man. Feels good. It's true, actually. Yeah, he did play this, and oh, would you look at that? I mean, this is what we've been waiting for the entire time. Just an easy back rank mate there. I mean, okay, it's a very small sacrifice, but not that difficult to play. GG. Guy didn't snork up the entire game. He deserved that. I will not listen to anything to the contrary. I take great pride in checkmating people on the back rank who do not snork up. Yes, I do. I got a point to prove. And that's 1800.